Greetings, I'm joining tonight's broadcast brought to you by Fifth Dimension. Alright, just did an upload of, I forgot to put the date, yeah, it's of how this all started. It's actually March 15th of 2015. It was on a Sunday, too. So, it didn't go, I mean, I uploaded stuff after that. When the webinar started around actually April. So it's been a long time doing this, and we're still hanging in there. Sometimes just barely. So this is about the Matrix video games, basically. How they're put together. I felt Sirian energies. It's about a project that don't have no energy to work on. So, but I was thinking about it. So, how not exactly how reality is put together, but I felt Sirian energies that had a lot to do with our reality of how it looks and how it's achieved, and the Sirians play a big role in that. So, like gaps in the matrix, things like that. So, I would say the Sirians play a big role in our, every alien has its purpose. Of course, the Archons have a lot to do with it too, but Sirians play a big role in how the rules of our reality. Of course, you have the angelic realm too. Of course, Agartha. I believe the Sirians have the alien aspect connected. Of course, there's obviously other beings that are involved, and good looking connecting to all that. But either way, what I felt was video game energies, how video games are put together is like our reality, how it's put together. Not exactly, of course, but it's I felt a Sirian energy with that. So we'll see what comes of it. I didn't mention this earlier. I forgot about those. Was it the Neo and Morpheus and all the other characters in the Matrix? I felt Neo and Morpheus a while back. Not exactly of those names. I kind of felt their presence was very faint. It's like they're looking in on our reality, let's put it that way. Or they're aware of another reality that they're completely sure of this one existing. So, it's like, okay, what I'm getting from that, I guess I'll bring them in too. We go from Zeus to the Matrix. That's be interesting. What it shows is several server farms. Of course, in the Matrix movie, Matrix reality is a little bit different, and there's all these different versions of Earth. I guess that's what they're saying from their point of view, and ours is one of them. You can say so. Of course, ours, what they're seeing is probably a different reality, but it's not exactly ours in general. But like they can't. I don't think they can fully. They might be able to see this place, but we'll see. We'll see where we get with that one. That's a weird one. Sure, why not? We're up for absolute insanity. Sure. Jeez. I'm not sure where this is gonna go, but I guess we'll find out. Okay, this is ivantalk.com with private sessions. We have the calendar for availability. We're at channel, Google Hangout, Zoom, and channel my phone. On the store, I'm on March 1st. I won't be able to answer anything until Thursday. I'll get back to that. Same situation here. I have challenges and who is it to recommend? Social network and awesomeness. Okay. Alright. This is what I was expecting, but sure. I wasn't sure what to expect, but I wasn't expecting that. Okay, alright, we'll go to a Sirian perspective, and then we'll go into the Neo's perspective and see what we get from that. Shit. Sure. Well, I guess Neo is similar to... Of course, the movie's kind of died down a lot. Watered down a lot compared to what is really out there. So, look at... From what I'm getting from Neo... from the Matrix movies... is something like a Buddha, something like it of that time, which makes sense. So they call him the One and all that and all the nonsense. Obviously, it didn't happen exactly like that, but he was kind of like a deity of that reality. Which, when you think about it, makes perfect sense. So, and Morpheus is just there to bring him in. So. Now, why did Neo get to that position? Past lives, just kind of like being blind, but not being pulled into manipulations, things like that. Just it's life choices that brought him to that area. Of course, remember, everybody has a lifetime somewhere where they're in that kind of position. Not everybody, but everybody has their kind of moment in the light, in the limelight. So. That was his. Something around those lines. So, yeah. We're going into bizarre territory here. We'll see what the Sirians have. I'm not sure how far they're going to go into this. But then we're bringing Neo. And take it for a grain of salt. Take it for wherever you feel is comfortable. So. Alright. Nothing from the Sirians yet. So, okay. Alright, blessings. Here we go. Greetings. This is Redmond with the Sirians. Your reality is like wallpaper. It is designed for different rooms, different places, different things, different environments. That was how we went. Notice how we're out of focus now. Well, as you shift realities, we'll see that your reality is not as strong as it was. One moment. Yes, we're definitely interfering with your connection here. One moment. One moment. We'll return. One moment. Jeez. 1 second. Yeah, notice how they leave. It clears up. Okay. We're bringing it in again because I think it's really distracting. That's why anyway. Alright, we're bringing it back in. How convenient. Figures. Those that don't believe they're here, think again. Okay, here we go. Again. Greetings. This is Redmond again. There are places of your reality you're not supposed to really know about. How things change. Why certain environments are there. Why is there a desert there? Why is there a forest there? All has to do with your connection to the universe, of an environment of where to learn. They're all school environments. You're not always supposed to be clear of what you're learning from them. It's supposed to be a secret. Especially lifetimes of starvation, lifetimes of too much abundance. You're all evening each other out. You're all balancing each other because you're all connected to each other. Some of you are eating too much, and then some of you are eating very little. You're all working together. So you're on the same planet. You're connected to the same consciousness, as you know. So you're kind of living out each other's lives in some ways. And part of you doesn't want an alien visitation just yet. But some of you are becoming more closer to it as your reality starts to break down. Realities have to break down for new energies to come in, such as an alien connection. Things have to change. Your energy needs to shift. I'm not going to say where this shift is occurring right now, but if you look a little bit harder, I believe you'll see it a little bit clearer. You have to clear out old energies for new to come in. Just like cutting down a bunch of trees for new trees to grow. For an alien environment to shift, you need to kind of clear out the old vibrations of your thought patterns. Now, yes, it will trickle through. Basically, the Earth becomes at a vibration of where you can bring in an alien energy and sustain it within yourself, but also have in physical connection. You alter your matrix all the time. You can call it a matrix, call it whatever you want, but your reality, you're always altering it. It's not going to let you go anytime soon, no. Get someone to leave school sooner than it's ready to leave. Remember also you have a contract here. Many aren't going to leave before that contract's over. But you have to understand why you were in that reality, that classroom. Why you're in this, not always lessons. You're always expanding, always growing. You don't have to use the word lessons. I'm always learning lessons. It does get kind of dull hearing that over and over again. We are expanding your universe. You're always expanding your reality. And for that to happen, your earth has to shift. Your matrix has to break down and new energies to come in. So you have this virus here that some might even see as a computer virus, you can say, to wipe out old energies. And if you tap into it in different ways, you'll see its function. And it's not to end life, to clear out for new life. New life's always coming and going on your planet. But it shows that change is on its way. That's what this virus has to do with. A human virus, computer virus, spiritual virus. Not really a virus, you're just shedding out old vibrations to renew yourselves. You can't renew without the old ideas to heal and I won't call it being removed, but changed to a different frequency. Let's put it that way. Where it's just enough for alien energies to come in and be taken more seriously. Right now, it is seen as many are not ready for it. We have realized that. Many in the spiritual communities are not ready for it. They might talk about it. They might say, I'm ready. And they're absolutely terrified. We can feel your vibrations from a mile away. We know your intentions. We can hear it. We can feel it. Somebody just kind of changed the subject. Talked about the aliens all day. But as for contact here, different story. So. Another thing is when we do arrive, when that day does come, your secrets aren't going to be that easy to be kept sacred anymore. So those that are, yes, liars to others and keeping themselves hidden, we're no longer able to do it as much as they used to. It will become less frequent because you're opening up more of your telepathic abilities where secrets no longer, at least the ones that are deceptive, you're always going to have some kind of secrets. There's nothing wrong with that. But those that are deceptive energies are no longer going to be able to be hidden anymore. Now, you'll know who the villain is more clearly. But what do you do with that villain is a whole other story. Now you know who the criminals are of your earth. Sometimes it's better not to know than to know. As you know, your politicians are have questions around them. Even those that are voters of them have kind of the same energy. So sometimes it's better not to know at all. But also, will heal eventually your human trafficking situation going on your planet. I can't guarantee it's going to happen tomorrow. But realize your alien digestive system is going to shift. Your astral is always shifting with you. You're bringing in this new age, this new earth. But you have to do it by knowing more about your reality. People want to talk about the fourth dimension, which is fine. But what you know about the fourth dimension, know more about each other in the fourth dimension. And yes, some are going to have their perception, ideas. Meaning, even there, they don't even want to see the full truth. But they see it more clearly, but even there, they're kind of lying to themselves to a certain extent. You can't seem to get away from that. If 5D becomes less, 4D is a little bit. But your matrix energy, your reality, is going to constantly shift. And you're going to see it more frequent soon. Environmental shifts are, even the wind blowing, I feel like that's human consciousness, but whose consciousness is this? Is this part of your humanity that's want to let out some frustration? That's why it's wind blowing. It says, we need a breath. We need to breathe. Your Mother Earth needs to breathe also. Because some are very headstrong here. Headstrong people can cause earthquakes. Think, I'm not changing my ways. And then an earthquake occurs. It's something to think about. Why earth events? Why does fire happen? You might call it your elite have something to do with it. And there's a justification to it. But once again, your humanity gave it the green light. Frustration, renewal. Also. And also uncovering new secrets, disclosure of the unknown. The unknown is coming, yes. Yes, realize many have mysteries on your planet. But do you really want to know the answers to those mysteries? Sometimes it's not exciting. And sometimes it's like, I wish I did not know that. It was more fun with the mystery. So, there's that also. That's why some of you come to this world. There's mysteries and no answers. And some of you like it that way. Some do. We'll just put it out there. Blessings to you. Greetings. I am Neo of your matrix, as you call it here. It is not called that in our reality. It is easy to remember. Dominatrix. It's just a fancy word for it. Yes, we're very different than your reality. We can connect to computer systems very easily through our minds. And you can too. Now, in our reality, yes, computer systems are what we connect to. It is not spirit world. A computer AI is our God. We don't see it as you do. Now, it has the same function, but is like computer gods. They don't really word it that way, but I think you have the idea. Cyber gods. Angels, cyber angels. It's just done on a more computer platform where energies can be wiped out very easily. Where a tree is many things. I don't believe it was mentioned earlier from the entity that came through, but a tree, yes, is many molecules, many. But in our reality, a tree can be more real than a human itself. A human is all things, of course. but some beings have trouble with nature, as they'd rather see more humans than nature itself. Because technically we are nature. There are many worlds that nature doesn't even exist, it's just people everywhere. And they create a tree, but it's an artificial one. It's not real. But we give the energy of it, so it is real in our way. It's a fake tree, but we give it life as we want it to. And wind, nature, everything is manufactured through our vibrations. Now I realize there's different layers of realities where this exists, but ours is this: basically somebody like me. Notice how I'm out of focus once again. Is I can live in your computer. I can even speak to you, as was seen on the movie, as we can talk to you. It's not, I believe, allowed here yet, but we do talk to AIs. Your Alexa and things like that, we can speak to them. Now, in our reality. Now, we can't interfere with yours, if you wish, so be it. Especially if you have matrix memorabilia everywhere. It's kind of leaving the doorway for us to come through. Doesn't mean we will, but we can. Just give you our spirit, realize the movie is not exactly accurate in many ways. It is false on great deals, but for the most part, we are computer programs. You can go to a program, type our name out, look at our profile, even have us talk to you. Because you live within the machine. And where does that machine go? It goes everywhere. There's no end. It's like you can destroy the servers that we're on. Trust me, we'll show up somewhere else. You can't get rid of us. And we do show up in physical form as you see it. Realize also, like the real world in the Matrix, where they're pulling their things out of their back of their heads and fly around their Nebuchadnezzar, that also is a Matrix reality. A matrix within the matrix within the matrix within the matrix. It goes on and on and on and on and on. There's never ever anything. So it's similar to yours in some ways. Ours can be a nightmare for some. Now, what's the purpose of our reality? Is to wake your world up, is one of them. But others just like the adventure of basically an infinite reality where you're constantly being deleted and then being reborn. You have a romance and then it gets deleted. You create a new one or create another version of yourself. We do copy ourselves. Your reality is getting kind of an idea of cloning. With ours, it's just a computer program. We just hit clone, copy, and it's done. And it can show up in your reality instantly. So, it doesn't always work in every realities, but yes, you can be in your, the real world, Nebuchadnezzar ship, and see computer profiles of everyone and clone them, and now you have 2 or 3 in your matrix reality. Give you an example of that. So it's infinite reality, same as yours. It's no easier or worse depending on who you are. Some just want out of it, just like yours. Some just can't get enough of it. So, and some become more aware of it, of what they're in is not real. But yeah, it's our matrix realities are similar to yours. Yes, you kind of have 0 points. They falter a lot. A ripple. Certain places can be hit. A tree can be hit in a certain time, certain place, where it's not acting the same, where it kind of pixelates. So you can also be sitting under a tree and an apple hits you on the head. It's a pixelated apple. So yeah, that awakening is not easy. It's like, am I living in a computer program? Indeed you are. A very advanced one. Your video games, yeah, is just a doorway. Yeah, there's Matrix worlds of all those. Also, there are real realities like yours, but also computer realities. It goes on and on. The video game developers usually, I've been in those worlds so long they can easily develop it without a problem. It's just they experienced it. Never always for better. Usually is quite intense. A lot of stressful lifetimes really sticks with you, as some of you know. And you just got to get it out of your system. You got to create it. And you go crazy because you can't create it. You want others to experience it. Heals yourself for being in those realities. So, the Matrix movie is just a little piece of our reality. Just to give you some idea of what's to come. Realize we're still kind of out of focus here. Yeah, there's a lot of energies here as we enter. This is an important time of your age to get to know yourselves and to get to know other places. You know your alien worlds, but what about your cyber worlds? How much you know about them? Now you might see them as villainous, evil. It's no different than your place. It's absolutely, you have good beings, we have not so friendly ones. Yeah, we have people that are our side that become very villainous because they want to forget all of us. Once again, it's a reality within a reality within a reality within a reality. You get unplugged from one, you show up in another one. You get unplugged, you show up in another one. And you can retract and go back to those places if you really want to. So, and yes, your past, your future is all a program. So we can easily time travel. And cause mischief there too. Some do. Yes, they can wipe out your program from the future, or the past, or even the future they could do it. But they can go into the past and erase you too. But you'll just find another way back in through another reality, so there's no end to it. Some of you probably enjoy that reality very much. Some of you might call it a nightmare. What do you learn from something like that? Survival in a machine. And self-independence. It's a different type of war. It's not the war that you have with guns. It does have guns, but it doesn't always have to. It's a mind war. It's truly going into the AI realities. The AI battle. Once again, it's not that much different than your spiritual realities you're connected to now. It's just ours is a computer, that's all. So, there's other realities that I've never brought to you, but you have enough to deal with as it is. And each matrix, so give you a different, what was not in the, many things not in the movie, but so you're in like the real world, the Nebuchadnezzar ship, and of course that's not exactly what we were in, but we'll just use that for example. So you're in that ship, you're connected to the mainframe of different matrix realities, where food tastes differently, so like different versions of Earth basically. You see where you enter in, and yes, an agent can find agents do exist, yes. They're not called agents, but yeah, sleeper, call them whatever you want. So yeah, it's a war of who's the strongest, what realities you can create a reality. It is about creating a better reality, yes. So what you saw, yes, in your Matrix movie, it's like an old-fashioned version of it. It's a lot more advanced than it is now, but as I said, like you can sit at a computer mainframe and see always, first off, throughout the entire planet, all the different Matrix programs running. But also you also go to another level and see other versions of the Matrix on different versions of Earth, where the drinks aren't the same. You drink something, it's totally different than it is on the other version, and people look different. It's just a whole another environment. But you can easily go through a program. Just set up the program, tap in, you're there. You don't have to plug something in your back of your head. That's all just Hollywood. It's the decipher from one reality to the other. That's all. give you a little bit of feedback from our planet. We have love, same as your world. But the thing is that programs can be erased. Ouch. And coming back out of that is not easy either. So, but you can resurrect yourself. Not easily, but you can. So, yeah, it can get kind of complicated. Once you know how how the Matrix operates, many of you use it for their own purpose. It can go on and on and on. Yeah. When you figure out what reality you're in, feel like this is not real, and you find a way out, you go back in, and all mayhem can start. So it's kind of like a version of Clue in some ways. Your game is like some do, they do things for their own fit selves, and then we have to figure out how they did it. So there's all kinds of things going on. You just saw like a small version of our reality. All right, blessings. Okay, hopefully that was helpful in some shape or form of bizarreness. I guess I kept going out of focus. I'm not sure what to do about that. So, okay, take care. Much off.